Well, if you didn't listen to my last video post from a few days ago, go listen to that first, because this one's going to piggyback off of that. A brief rundown of what it said was how I struggle when I get out of my routine, how I do better if I have a plan from the moment I open my eyes that keeps me spiritually healthy and keep it in my routine daily. So the Lord's been speaking to me about some specific things in that regard. And with 8 billion people on the earth, I'm sure it's not just me He's speaking to about it. And since we're called to go and tell about what the Lord's done for us, I do this on Facebook in an effort to try to help others who may have the same issue. So I was in Job chapter 1 this morning. If you're familiar with it, Job wasn't to his trial yet. It kind of talks about how good Job was. Towards the end of the chapter it says, Job rose early in the morning. What did he do when he rose early? He offered sacrifices to the Lord. I'm sure that probably looked a lot different than most of the people in the world around Job. Then a little further down it says, he did so continually. He made that part of his routine, his daily routine. I think that played a major role in how Job stood firm when the trial came. Brothers and sisters, you will face trials. The main difference is, will you hold firm, be steadfast, endure well to the end, or will you let go of it, grasping at the world for some relief? Will you keep your faith to the end? So then we get to chapter 2. Job's trials start. And the Lord was speaking to me about how if I don't get more serious about my routine, more serious about not wasting my time on the gods of this world like social media, constantly scrolling down or scrolling up for the next reel, the next video, the next thing, constantly thinking about what I could do to make myself look good, grasping at the gods of this world, the gods of money, the gods of social media, the gods of sex, the gods of a million other things that can draw your attention and your affection and your love away from the one true God. In fact, the odds are stacked against us. We can't do this on our own. We have to continually, to borrow the words of what Job did, continually come to the altar in prayerful faith, knowing that we can't do it on our own. asking for the strength to endure longer, asking for the equipping to keep going, to keep running, to hold fast, to stand firm. That has to be a daily activity. Don't think that your one-time admission of salvation and getting dunked under some water is going to do any good when the trial comes. Enduring well in the faith, that requires work. It's what they call sanctification. Oftentimes the Lord puts you intentionally in the fire to burn away all the impurities. So, brother and sister, will you come to the altar every day, continually, knowing that the fire will burn away the dross, knowing that it's good for you even though it doesn't feel that way, trusting in Him, holding fast to your faith, standing firm, rooted? Or will you let go when the fire gets hot, when it starts to burn your flesh, grasping at the things of this world in hopes that they'll offer some relief? Because that's the lie of the enemy.